can't hockey players tell jokes?
Why not?
They get 2 minutes in the box for the punchline.
First and foremost, you know the name. We came to break the game.
First of all, you're actually sitting in.
I am.
One of our contributions here. One of our.
Yeah. We kind of hinted at this a while back when we
mentioned it.
We got the package in the mail, and we got the hoodie, and there was another loyal listener that didn't want to be one-upped on the from the stands.
True.
So Mr. Ritter gave us this nice. For those of you that are watching here on YouTube, you can see the seat that I'm in. Number 17 is the seat that I've got here. See us wearing our orange and brown gear. We've got the Browns helmet right behind us here. And this is a seat out of the old Cleveland Municipal Stadium that the Browns had for, 64 years, I think is what it was, right?
Yeah,
1931 to 1995?
Yeah, 1995, the Browns moved out to move to Baltimore, became the Ravens, and 96 was demolished.
Yeah, but 1931 is when Cleveland Municipal Stadium went in, and at the time, it was like the largest stadium, I think, in the world.
It's huge.
Yeah, seated about 80,000 people.
Right, yeah, and for context, there was a Game 6, so the 1948 World Series, the Indians played, they ended up winning that, beat the Boston Braves, so Game 6 was there at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. There were 87,000 fans there.
Yeah.
So, for reference, the smallest stadiums in the NFL today, Highmark Stadium, the Bills just opened, is 60,000, and then Soldier Field is 61.
Wow.
Huge stadium.
Yeah, especially for almost 100 years ago.
Right, exactly.
That's a pretty big stadium.
Yeah.
So, pretty big deal. We were able to get our hands on this iconic piece of history. Lots of, I guess I think about somebody sitting in this seat. What are all the things that they could have seen from this seat? And I don't know exactly where it was in the stadium. I know Mr. Ritter went all the way, drove to Cleveland. He found out that the Browns were moving out, going to Baltimore.
Right.
Obviously, a sad time for that city. There were people actually taking seats out of the stadium in the last game. Players going around the stadium, shaking hands. Awesome fan base there in Cleveland. People love their teams there.
Very loyal.
Yeah, very loyal. Very, very loyal fans. So he drove all the way out to Cleveland and kind of snuck into the stadium, found a security guard that actually was okay with him being there, went out, got some turf from the field, took some of the grass with him, and then got one of the seats. I think he went across the street and they were selling them. And
someone across the street, a bunch of them. So that's pretty cool. He's just got this sitting around now from an old stadium. Obviously they built a new one once the Cleveland Browns got a new team.
Yep. And I think they're building another new one, 2029.
Are they really?
I think is the expectations for another stadium there. Yeah. But this one has quite a bit of history on it.
Mm-hmm. So I mentioned that 1948 World Series. Some of those games were played there. The Indians won that one.
Yep.
What else? Baseball. 1954 World Series. The Indians won 111 games. One of the best seasons. They were swept by the Giants.
Yep.
Later in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, the 48 World Series. I think that was the last time they were champions. Was in 48.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
The Indians were champions. So that was the last time for them. And then one of the big moments, I guess, was this 10-cent beer night. Did you see anything about that?
I was reading a little bit about it.
So 1974. So this is kind of a fun little fact about this stadium. So I should have brought a beer in maybe to have while we were sitting here with this iconic seat. I feel like if I'm in a brown seat, I need to be drinking a beer or have a dog with me or something. But anyways, 10-cent beer night, 1974. So they had 10-cent beers for the fans. You can imagine that getting pretty crazy, out of hand. Spiraled a little bit with there was no limit on the number of drinks, and so we do we talk about the 999, 9 innings, 9 beers, 9 hot dogs. I think these Cleveland fans might have go for every minute of the game, maybe, or something. But anyways, so 10 cents got a little out of hand. They were throwing firecrackers into the field, people going onto the field. Finally, like in the ninth inning, I think it was, there's a player that got onto the field and started, he tried to steal one of the Rangers. So they're playing the Texas Rangers at the time, tried to steal his hat. And so it got a little bit out of hand. The Rangers players came on the field. They had like bats in hand. They were ready to fight. Fans are going on the field. It's the ninth inning. They end up just calling the game. And the Indians had to forfeit the game. So that was pretty crazy. 10-cent beer night in Cleveland. I can imagine
that's pretty crazy.
Now.
So someone in this seat.
Someone in this seat was having a 10-cent beer night, having a good time. And could have been on the field that night. Who could have known? They were probably out of their seat on the field and left this thing open for somebody else. But yeah, so that was a pretty cool one. The other thing for baseball was just like the iconic like opening day crowds. We talked about the number of seats that the stadium held, and so over 80,000 fans would pour into the stadium for opening day, and for years and years, that's what they had coming to the games. So then they actually shut down, I think Jacobs Field, I can't remember when that was built, maybe in the late 80s or early 90s. So that became the new baseball stadium. And they moved out of Municipal Stadium, and there was just the football team in there for the last however many years. But yeah, a lot of famous baseball players would have played in the stadium, watch from this seat. And so Larry Doby, one of them, Satchel Paige, Jim Thome was one that I knew, and from, I guess, more my era in the 90s. Same with Albert Bell. Great home run hitters, both those guys. So, yeah, pretty good ones. Would have been watched right from this seat that I'm sitting in right now. So, pretty cool.
Yeah, and then on to football, too, obviously. So, we're kind of dressed up in our Brown stuff more. But the Browns were pretty good at one point when they played in the stadium.
They were very good.
The 40s and 50s.
Dominated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much dominated the 40s, 50s, and even into the 60s were pretty dominant. So,
yeah. Cleveland's last major professional sports championship is the 1964 NFL championships. The Browns never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
but they did beat the Baltimore Colts 27-0 in 1964.
Yeah, so this stadium would have hosted 5 of the NFL championships. So 1950, 52, 54, 64, like you mentioned, and 68. And the Browns won 5 of those. Four of the 5. They won 4 of them. The only one they didn't win was in 68. Yeah. So they won 4 of those 5. So yes, they pretty much dominated the entire 50s and 60s. And you got Jim Brown playing that era. Amazing player.
Yeah.
Some would say one of the best running backs of all time, or the best running back of all time. Others may say something different. I like my Walter Payton.
I do agree.
Jim Brown's a good one, though. I mean, it's tough to, in the different eras that the guys were playing in. I think Jim Brown's one of those guys that probably set the standard for running back. So, he was the guy that everybody got compared to for a long time.
Was he more of a fullback-ish? Like we were talking about him today.
I mean, I think most of the guys were more hard-nosed runners. Okay. So maybe that's why.
I think maybe technically he gets listed at fullback sometimes.
Maybe.
I don't know why that is, but.
I don't know. That's a good question. Because I would consider more running, like he's running the ball, not necessarily a lead blocker. I guess I think more of the NFL today is like a fullback's going to be like a lead blocker versus the actual guy carrying the ball.
Yeah, so he's listed at fullback. But that's, like I said, we kind of like, it's like interchangeable. Or now it's running back. It's like back and forth. But anyway,
Yeah, but one of the best of all time. I'm wondering too, like in this seat, we talked about the dogs, right? But the dog pound was, kind of born in the Cleveland Municipal Stadium.
1985.
Yeah, was the dog pound. So was this a seat that, somebody from the dog pound was throwing biscuits at, opposing players and whatever that they're sitting in? I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but the dog pound is big. Obviously kind of a rowdy group of fans from Cleveland, and that's what they're known for.
Absolutely.
Being rowdy fans.
Yeah, and then I didn't realize, so John Elway's 98-yard drive to tie up the 1987 AFC Championship game. So the drive, like it's called. I didn't realize that was in the stadium.
Happened there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Reading that.
You're talking about that. There's a lot of unfortunate things that didn't go the Browns' way. So that was one. The fumble then the next season in the 88 AFC Championship game. Sorry, Browns fans. I know these are going to bring back some not so great memories for you. But yeah, Ernest Biner had a fumble on the goal line, and Denver again got out of that one, got to the Super Bowl, didn't win the Super Bowl, but made it out of there again. So yeah, they definitely had some moments where they were, AFC title games.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get to the Super Bowl though. In the 80s, great team. Just again, kind of couldn't win the big one. We talk about that a lot here on the podcast, and couldn't get over the hump and couldn't get there. So unfortunately, in the seat, not only some great moments as far as wins for the Cleveland fan base, but probably some historic losses as well.
Yes, lots of ups, lots of downs. Seems like with the Browns, they've got a lot of that. Maybe a little bit more down lately, but
these poor fans.
Yeah,
but, great fan base though. I don't know if you had anything else on football.
I was kind of looking through my notes. I think we kind of hit it all.
Yeah, I was going to talk about just some of the guys from. We talked about Jim Brown, but Otto Graham was another one that would have played for the Browns. Legendary player as well. Ozzie Newsome, which Browns fans don't like his name being brought up because he's a Hall of Fame, I don't know, GM or front office, whatever they put him in the Hall of Fame for the Ravens, not the Browns. But Ozzie Newsome would have played for the Browns, and then obviously Bernie Kosar is another one. Great quarterback that would have played for maybe the last great quarterback to play for the Browns.
Yeah.
Browns fans chime in on that, but I think
he might be.
He might be the last of the great ones. I know a lot of the Browns fans have the quarterbacks kind of listed on the backs of jerseys. I should have had something like that for this podcast. Would have brought all the quarterback names here. But
gosh, that's always so funny every time they get a new quarterback, seeing the picture of that jersey.
Yeah. But some great players that could have been seen right from this here seat. So
yeah, I'm reading through some more of the notes you sent me actually here at the bottom. A blimp crashed into the stadium in 1972, apparently.
Yeah, that was kind of a wild little story.
I actually didn't know that. I'm like way down at the bottom here, but yeah.
Yeah. So that was the Goodyear blimp Europa, 1972, like you said. Caught fire while flying over the stadium, and the pilot actually, I think he probably saw like a big area, and he's like, okay, I think I can land in there. So tried to land it like on the field basically, and happened to crash it into the upper deck. So it was empty. It wasn't like it was a full stadium like they were flying around. So empty stadium, nobody seriously injured, and the pilot survived the crash.
Crazy.
But there's a lot of rust on the seat. I don't know if these are flames or
maybe.
Who knows? It could have been the seat that it could have been charred seat from a blimp crash too. That I don't know. I don't know where the seat exactly was or where that that blimp actually crashed, but
that's pretty crazy.
You never know. Yeah. The other crazy thing was, I don't know if you saw, the first event that actually happened in the stadium was not a football game or a baseball game.
Really?
It was a boxing match.
Oh.
So the first event was a heavyweight boxing match, July 3rd, 1931. This guy, Max Schmeling, beat, I guess he defended his title against another guy named Young Stribling, 15-round TKO. And that was 37,000 people were in the stadium for that boxing match. So that was actually the first thing that happened. And then the baseball team played on the 31st of July. That was the first baseball or football game that actually went in the stadium. But but that was kind of interesting too.
That is, yeah.
That was not it wasn't a baseball game or football game that kind of kicked it off. It was actually a boxing match.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
wow.
So kind of fun.
Well, yeah. Anything
Very
else?
cool.
I feel like we hit a lot. I guess Cleveland fans, let us know if we missed anything.
Yeah.
I'm sure we didn't hit it all. We tried to do our best.
Yeah, we did. And we tried to wear what we have of brown and orange.
Some brown and orange
gear. And you got that cool little helmet.
Yeah, we got a
little Lego helmet. That's very cool. But thank you, Mr. Ritter. This is very cool gift to do our podcast in. And actually, it's not too bad. It's kind of comfy to sit in.
Yeah, I'm watching you kind of rock it.
It rocks
back and
a little
forth.
bit. Maybe I'm not supposed to be rocking it, but it
rocks.
It rocks.
Yeah. Well,
it's working. So yeah, I like it.
All right. Well, then next we're going to cut back to an interview that we did over the weekend. Your brother John was in town for Game 6.
Yeah.
Buffalo Sabres beating the Canadiens in Montreal.
Yep.
That was a fun scene. The Game 7 is actually going on as we're recording. It's the second intermission right now. So
speaking of friendless stands,
yeah,
we have another kind of literal thing.
Yeah. So we've got our first guest.
Yeah.
It was a good time. I think we're kind of easing into it still.
It was.
We'll get better. Hopefully we'll have him on again soon. But
yeah.
Yeah, so that was fun. He was the one that got us on the Buffalo Sabres,
Yep.
Initially. And so we figured we'd sit down and talk to him for a little bit about our Sabres.
Yeah. That was fun. Yeah. Thanks to John for joining us and doing the podcast kind of on a whim. We told him, he asked, like, hey, what do I need to prepare? What do I need to do? And we're like, nothing. Like, just like we're having a conversation here. This is not take notes. Yeah. And so I think that was fun, too. Just to kind of, exactly. Yeah. We're sitting there watching the game. We're having a good time. And yeah, maybe we'll get a sponsor out of it. That's what
maybe
really wants.
That's what he wanted. Yeah.
Listen to that, I guess, next segment here.
Yeah.
And hopefully, well, I guess we won't be by the time we're done here. I don't think we'll be done with the third period. So
no, we won't.
But
the Sabres won.
The Sabres won by the time we listen. Exactly. By the time we listen tomorrow, the Sabres won.
Sabres won. Yeah,
that's right.
They're moving on to play the Hurricanes.
Yes. Can't wait.
All right. So here is Johnny.
All right. Yeah, what's up? So from the stands, we brought John. John was here for Game 6 with us. The Sabres beat the Canadiens 8-3 in Montreal.
Let's go, Sabres. Awesome.
Game 7, Monday night.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. One more. By the time we get this out, the series will be over. So do we think the Sabres won?
Oh, yeah. They're going home, man. Yeah. Home game. Can you imagine these fans tomorrow and then into Monday? It's going to be chaos in Buffalo.
The rollerblading guys.
Oh, man, it's going to be awesome. Yeah. I'm excited to see all the videos from those guys.
I might fly out of that there.
You should just head straight to Buffalo, man. You're like halfway there, basically, now.
Why don't I do it?
Road trip?
Road trip?
We should road trip
to Buffalo.
this.
Do this.
We need some sponsors or something that can get us to Buffalo. Yeah, I don't think that's
I don't think so. I don't think we're big enough yet.
Yeah, probably not.
John, you're our hockey guy. What'd you see? What'd you think of the game?
Well, Buffalo was struggling early. They pulled the Lion King, put old Uka in. Team gelled. They pressed the whole game. They got the turnovers they needed. They scored on the power play, and they treated the Canadiens like they needed to be treated.
Yeah,
they did.
I do feel like every one of these games in the series, it seems like whatever goalie starts for Buffalo is not performing well. It's like whoever they pull in next is like steps up. Because like what did Lion have? Like 4 shots against him and 3 goals against?
3 shots against.
Yeah,
3 goals.
Is that what it was? 3 and 3?
Yeah, the Sabres were down 3-1.
Yeah.
When Uka went in, right?
And then UPL comes in and gives up 0 goals and looked great. Like and the offense was humming. I mean I don't know what they outshot. They ended up outshooting them, but it was
by something like 15.
Like doubled them up. Yeah.
But their power play, I don't know. They just fold back and they let the Canadiens come in and then get all the angles, and that's why they've been giving up all those goals on the power play. They need to press out and make the Canadiens, panic with it and turn it over.
Yeah.
They can't just let them do what they want to do and come and squeeze you in and then get your good angles and shoot them in.
Yep. Yeah, offense looked good. Jake Quinn looked really good. A couple goals tonight.
Jack Quinn?
Jack Quinn. Did I say Jake?
Jack.
Yeah, one of those.
One
of those Jake Quinn. Jake Quinn.
Happens.
Look good. Still, Tuck doesn't have a point, though, yet here in this series. So
when they put him in late on that power play, he was going to get something, but just missed.
Maybe big Game 7 from Tuck. That'd be nice.
That'd be very nice.
Be nice.
Big players.
The confidence is there.
Yeah, big players step up in big games, and maybe this is the time for him to finally step up and get a point here this series.
I mean, Darlene had 5. Thompson had 4. So
yeah, Tuck needs to step up.
Come on, we
time.
got this.
Yeah.
What? 8 plus 9, 17, 7.
There you go.
We got this.
We got this.
Perfect. Game 7. Yeah, so we're pretty excited. John's the one that got us on the Buffalo Sabres. So
That's right.
we're excited to be wrapping them still. Excited to have another game, hopefully another series.
Buffalo.
I'm not sure what I'd be doing now if I didn't have the Sabres to be rooting for, right?
Oh, yeah,
I don't know. We have nothing.
Bad.
Oh, yeah. Watching UFC now. We got that going after the Sabres game. Oh, yeah, he's going to be hurting.
Yeah. It's like I feel very good tomorrow.
So we talked about the Sabres fans, Buffalo, like being crazy fans and everything. Like, what do you think? I mean, it seems like they're one of the craziest fan bases out there. What do you think, like, creates that crazy fan base?
I would guess the winter, being stuck inside for probably, 4.5 months of like 3 feet of snow.
Yeah.
You have to get out. And when you finally get out, just let it go.
Something.
It's a great point. I never thought about that.
That is true.
Yeah.
So why don't the Canadians? I guess they're pretty crazy fans too.
They
Like,
are.
I don't know.
I mean,
if
we
you
saw
it
the
at
scene.
night.
but the
There's so many
Canadians are
people
inside
outside.
all the time. They never
That's
get
true.
out.
But there are
Yeah.
20,000 fans outside the stadium
Yeah.
tonight at that game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, it's finally May. It's finally
Yeah.
warm enough to come out in Canada.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like groundhogs, they can get out finally.
See, they see their shadow. They
Yeah.
run back in.
Apparently.
But yeah, hopefully the Sabres are able to close it out, eliminate another Canadian team, so we can keep that American streak going in the Stanley Cup.
What year is that?
How many years is it? I don't
It's
know.
30 plus, right?
Well, what's the year?
You're the
That's what I'm
hockey
asking.
guy.
I'm just asking you. Either one of you guys?
Oh,
know?
I don't know.
32.
1993 was the last time.
Ooh,
Oh,
33.
you were,
I was
You were
close.
pretty
Yeah.
close.
Yeah.
93.
wow.
And who was that team that won it?
Canadians.
There you go.
I think it was the
Very good.
Canadians,
Very
yeah.
Gosh, we're getting quizzed.
Yeah. The Canadians. So yeah. So we're pretty good on that.
Yeah, but hopefully the Sabres, hopefully by the time you're listening, they've closed them out. We're
They
on to the
will
next.
close them
They
out.
will close them out.
Not hopefully. They
It's happening.
will.
So by the time you're listening to this, the Sabres are actually, they've moved on.
Is this going to come out on like Wednesday, Thursday? What are we thinking?
Tuesday night,
Tuesday night?
probably,
we're
yeah,
thinking
like
hopefully
normal.
Wednesday we'll get this thing out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So right before game 1.
That's right.
Against the
So game 1 will be
Carolina
Thursday.
versus- yep.
Yeah.
Carolina's had a lot of time to rest. They swept the Flyers pretty
This is
quick.
true, but Buffalo's going to go through the entire Norris division and win this cup.
Well, I like that.
That is a lot of fun.
It's written.
Yeah.
I like that.
Avs,
Out.
Carolina, Buffalo.
There we go. You
Exactly.
heard it here first. Let's go Sabres.
Yeah, well, seems like you picked us a pretty good team. Glad we're on.
I like it. You know, my hoodie feels
I did
good,
it
man.
Before they were actually locked into the playoffs. too.
Yeah, they
That's
weren't
true.
even in yet.
That is actually, yeah, I do remember getting this, and I'm like, wait a second. They're not even, like, clinched the playoffs yet. Like,
When you know, you know.
yeah. That's pretty good, man.
No.
Now we got all our Sabres gear, so they better
It's
win.
true.
Otherwise, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this hoodie. I got it for next
It's
year.
comfy.
That's true. I do like the hoodie.
Yeah.
It's a good gift.
We're good. We're
Yeah.
gold.
We're golden.
Yeah.
So what Carolina, rest or rust? What do you think
Rusty. Just like Kramer's horse.
Little rusty. Yeah. We do like watching the horse racing, don't we? Yeah. Yeah.
There's some gambling going on
Yep.
down here.
That was on a nice side TV next to the game.
Yeah.
I missed a goal watching the horse racing, actually.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to have three. If you got 3 TVs, you got to have
Yeah.
3 things going, right?
Peripheral vision.
Yeah.
You got to see all the TVs, David.
I'm doing a lot
Feel
of
like-
like almost
Hands.
Italian speaking with my hands.
It's all good.
It's okay. It happens.
So what do we got for our special guest? I don't know what. We
I
haven't
don't
done
know.
this
This is the
from
first time we've
stands.
done it.
First time we've had a guest on
Live
before.
from the stands.
Number 1 fan. Pretty sure
Yes.
he's listening every week.
I am.
Probably like the 1%er of the 1%ers.
I would hope I'm up there.
You definitely are.
Wait, so
I
what?
have some feedback every once in a while too.
Yeah,
I was
no,
gonna
it's good.
say, yeah,
You
It
give
is-
us good ideas.
it is good.
I
We
feel like I should get that junior producer title.
All right, junior producer. You want
I
to be
like
the junior producer first?
junior
and foremost?
producer John.
Perfect.
Okay.
I like it.
I do like. I mean the exit song that we've got now, or the exit music. That was
That was your
John.
idea?
It
Yeah.
felt like it just the podcast would just end.
Yeah.
And you'd like, you'll be listening and you guys would be like, okay, well done. And I needed something to just like tail it out so I could actually end
Yeah.
more than just having YouTube just go.
Probably because you were really paying that much attention. You're like, oh, there's a song. I better, hit pause and go to the next thing I'm going to listen to, right? Let's be honest.
Busy life.
Yeah, could be that too. But yeah.
Busy life.
Yeah.
Especially Fridays at work.
But that was good. Yeah, I thought that was a good addition. I think you gave us some good things to think about and talk through. Obviously, the Sabres stuff has been really good. We've had a lot to talk about on the Sabres side.
Giving us something to watch in the hockey playoffs.
We learned a lot about Buffalo.
See? You guys needed to be
That's true.
focused in on the Stanley Cup.
Locked in.
Yeah.
We're locked in.
Locked.
Totally locked in.
Locked.
All 3 periods. Every game.
Every game. This one I was.
Sure.
Except for the goal I missed watching horse racing. But otherwise.
I feel like I should actually stay out here on Monday so I can watch games.
Oh, actually, maybe that's... Yeah. You can't.
You're good luck.
It'll work. I'm not going to be there.
Let them know.
Probably Wednesday.
There you go. We got a legitimate reason.
We're fine.
I mean, yeah, you can't miss now.
No, we're good.
Because if they lose Monday, if you're not here,
it was because you left.
that's a problem.
But they didn't lose.
But they didn't lose. That's right.
No,
We
they've
already
already won.
won. We already
Yeah.
won.
They've already won.
I forgot.
Yeah.
They already won. All right, we're good.
5-3.
Yes.
5-3.
Yep.
Good.
Bet it.
Nice prediction. I like that.
We got this.
I bet the over. Yeah, what's the over on the goals? Probably 6.5.
I'm going to guess 5.5.
It's going to be a lot.
5.5?
Yeah.
There's a lot of scoring.
That's not a lot.
You don't think it's going to be a lot?
Well, a lot would be like 6.5.
Okay.
5.5's usually pretty
Even.
much what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Well, it's awesome having our first guest on.
It is. Yeah, no, this is fun.
I feel like we should have had a gift for our first guest.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We gave him the junior producer
We
award.
gave him the junior producer award.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was a
Yeah.
job.
We'll get you a certificate
Okay.
after.
There you go.
Take
Can I
home
hang
with
it up
you.
at work?
Sure.
Yeah.
Junior producer.
Junior.
After I missed 2 days of work.
You're going to need that.
Hey, guys.
I'm a junior producer.
Hey, look, the Sabres
It's okay.
won. They're moving on to the
Exactly.
conference finals. Yeah,
You will understand.
exactly.
Bet they will.
I'll
Yeah.
put it on the big screen TV when I get back to work, and I'll be like, "Look, guys, this is what I was doing."
That's great.
I'll understand.
I like it.
Yeah.
I
We
like
got
it.
this. I thought
No,
we were going to
perfect.
Buffalo anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Road trip.
Road trip.
Yeah, road trip.
Road trip. I got to miss work too. Sorry, guys. I'll be gone too.
And you're already done with school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're good.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, we're
I mean,
perfect.
why don't we just start driving tonight?
Oh, we could leave
Well, we
now.
got this graduation
yeah.
thing tomorrow.
I can miss graduation for Game 7.
Yeah, who cares
Sure.
about walking across the stage?
It's true.
Overrated.
Game 7 in Buffalo? Much
We
better.
have to.
Oh, that would
We
be
have to.
incredible.
Right?
Can you
I'll buy the
imagine?
2 tables. You guys are going through them.
Nice. I think that'd be a great time.
That'd be fun.
Why don't we do it? I mean, tickets got to be like, what, $50?
I'd even stand outside
Yeah.
the stadium. I wouldn't care about getting in.
Ooh, yes.
Just being outside with the
All the
crowd.
fans.
This is very true.
Yeah.
This is very, very true.
I mean, that might be an experience in
I mean,
itself.
did you see when the gate went down when they were celebrating in, I don't even know, the first round, right?
Yeah.
The gate went down, and the guys were like so cool. They like pushed each other back.
Yeah,
to
to
let
hold
the
it.
cops or security come back to put it back up. They were
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Great
They
fans.
went too far.
Sorry,
It's
eh?
almost like they're Canadian, but they're not.
Yeah, it's right on the border.
It is, yeah. Pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah. Great fans.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else on our Sabres? Anything else on hockey?
No, just wait for them in June. 'Cause
All
they'll
right.
be there.
They'll
Love
be
it.
there.
Can't wait, man.
We got this.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. This has been a ton of fun. Maybe we'll have you on again sometime.
Perfect.
Next time we see you
Yeah.
Exactly.
In Mexico.
in Mexico. Yeah, from Mexico.
From me.
Go, nice
Oh,
little-
that might be a good time.
From the
That'll be
beach.
amazing.
Yeah.
Once the Sabres are in the cup.
Right. You can watch all the games down there.
Perfect.
Nice. I like it.
All right.
All right. See you on
Perfect.
the other side, guys.
All right, and welcome back. Back here Monday night. We're gonna get back into film room. We kind of skipped over it first, so we can talk about our chair.
Yep.
Kind of elephant in the room. We didn't figure we wanted to skip over that first, but film room will just preview ahead to some of these playoff series coming up because we're at a spot where we're kind of in between some of them.
Yep.
So we'll start with the NHL. The Hurricanes will play the winner of Sabres Canadiens. It's the Sabres, though, as you're listening.
Right.
Game 1 is on Thursday. Hurricanes have had 11 days where they did not play a game.
That's a long
That's
time.
almost 2 weeks. So, it's a question of, is it rest or rust? And we're going to see. They haven't lost a playoff game yet. They're 8-0.
Yeah.
So, who are you picking to win that series?
Sabres. I mean, I can't go with anybody else. I think it's going to be the Sabres. I think it's going to be another tough series. I mean, I think I talked about it before. The Hurricanes look very good. I think they haven't played in so long that people forget that they are as good. People forgot how good they were even coming into the playoffs. But they've been just sweeping everybody and just kind of ripping right through the playoffs that nobody's really paying attention to them. They're going to be good. They're going to be tough. Their goalie play is excellent. I think it's Anderson is their goalie. The Sabres have struggled a little bit in goal. They're back to...
They just keep going back and forth.
Luukkonen's in goal again tonight. Lyon was in the other night, gave up 3.
3 goals on 3 shots.
Yeah.
And then they pulled him and didn't give up another one.
And then, UPL didn't give up another one. I love saying UPL, by the way. That was a Donna note the other night that he said. And a lot easier to say that than Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. So I'm going to go UPL. But anyways, he's given up 2 tonight so far. I'm expecting no more from him tonight. But, so that'll be... That's kind of the factor for me is the goalie play and then the Sabres on the power play. Yeah. Power play has been they've been struggling with that. Last game looked really good. But if they can't turn some of that around, it's going to be a tough series. But I like the Sabres in 7.
Yeah, and John told us about what he sees on that power play. So that was interesting.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, well then Avalanche Golden Knights is the other series. They're on the other side. That'll start Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And the Avalanche are the team that's been dominant. So me looking at this game, I'm taking the Avalanche to win. They're the favorites to win it all, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Sabres though to win it all, obviously.
Yeah.
Of course, after they win this game 7. But yeah, Avalanche Golden Knights. Who do you got?
I'm going to go upset here. I'm actually going to go Golden Knights. Yeah, I like the way Mitch Marner's playing for the Knights. I like with him being in Toronto for so long, coming out of there, and he's kind of a little spark, I think, for the Knights. Did you see that goal he had? Like through the legs,
where he stops and then
incredible.
Yeah. Go watch that if you haven't. That was awesome.
Incredible goal. But I don't know. I love the Knights. I talked about it last time being kind of that breakthrough team, getting through every single year here into the playoffs as a new franchise, and obviously not new anymore. But I don't know. I like the way that they're playing right now. I know the Avs are really good, probably looking like one of the best teams right now. Obviously going to the conference finals, but I'm gonna go Golden Knights in that one. Absolutely, I like to see them get through. So
all right. And then the NBA. So, actually, as we're recording tonight, Spurs Thunder is on somewhere, I believe. That's what I wrote down.
Yeah, it might be. I was just going to check and see if we...
I think that's on right now. 51-44. Spurs are up right now at half.
Yep.
So, Spurs Thunder, that was kind of the series everybody penciled in, exciting. And to be honest, probably for the next 10 years or so, I would imagine we're going to see a lot of this.
Yeah.
I think in the conference finals, it'd be safe to say this is going to happen a few more times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a good preview of what's to come here for several years, I think.
Especially the Spurs. I think they'll just get better and better. The Thunder are so deep, too, and they're young. I think I saw this is the youngest average age since the Western Conference began.
Yeah.
The Western Conference final.
Well, I think the fun thing, too, I feel like the NBA is a lot better when there are kind of these like built-in rivalries and these like star players seeing each other, every playoffs or whatever, and it's like it'll be a big series, right? And so I think that you think way back in the 80s, like the Lakers and the Celtics, and then you had the Pistons kind of coming in, and then the Bulls, and then like the Lakers and Spurs, and like it's been kind of like over and over where you get these dominant teams, but then they have like good rivals to go up against every year. I think it's going to be the same. The Spurs Thunder, it's going to be this, heated rivalry. I'm hoping maybe out of this, like there are maybe some of those elements of like the rivalry where you got kind of the protagonist, antagonist, or like, the villains in there. Yeah. Who's going to kind of play those little storylines. that'll be fun to see
will.
how that all plays out. But I think having those little storylines will help build that rivalry up over the next few years too.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
And I think the Thunder come out on top of that one. I just think it just seems like nobody's even giving them trouble yet.
Yeah.
I think the Spurs are something entirely different than what they faced, but it just seems like they're so dominant.
Yeah, can anyone stop Wemby? Is the that's going to be?
Gosh,
I mean, the Thunder play a good defense.
Yeah, Holmgren was runner up for Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, so to Wemby,
Caruso, yeah, to Wemby,
right?
Caruso,
Yeah.
Lou Dort, like that's what's exciting about the Thunder is they actually play defense.
Yeah,
which is fun to watch.
And that's what I'm wondering now. Like, yeah, so I'm going to pick the Thunder. But I think this might be the start of that rivalry, and then you build your pieces around Wemby. I feel like that team is just not quite fully built.
I agree. Yeah.
But then as he builds more around him, and they can't just focus on him,
bring in some more of those role guys.
That narrative might change in the next year. So, but this year I feel like is probably the Thunder. I'll say Thunder in 6 is probably what I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think it'll go. Like, I don't think it's a sweep. I don't think it's necessarily gonna be like completely dominant by the Thunder here, but I think they come out on top. I think the Spurs give them some trouble.
Yeah, and the Thunder haven't lost a game either, right?
Nope.
Playoffs. Yeah.
No.
No. Yep.
All right, and the Knicks, Cavs, they're on the other side. That starts tomorrow night, Tuesday night. This is another one where I'm just going to go with the team everybody's talking about, which is the Knicks. It just seems like the Cavaliers have maybe a little more holes. You know, watching them with the Pistons, it was very back and forth. They seem like not entirely complete. And the Knicks, now that's another one where is it rest or rust? They haven't played in forever. Yep. It seems like forever ago they swept the Sixers.
It has been a week and over a week, right?
It seems like it's similar to
a week ago Sunday or something like that, or Saturday that they
it seems pretty similar to
Carolina.
Yeah,
I think you're right. It was like the same
ish within a day or two. Time.
Yeah, it's tough for me sitting in this nice seat from Cleveland Municipal Stadium to pick against the Cavs. I was all in on the Cavs beating the Pistons. Was happy for that, honestly. I wanted to see them win that. It's fun to see James Harden moving on, see what he can do in the playoffs, but
not much in Game 7.
Yeah, that's true.
That was bad.
Didn't need him, I guess, as much there to pull out the win. But I think I like the Knicks, and I think maybe more from just like the intrigue of seeing the Knicks get to the finals again. It's been a long time, but I think that'd be fun to see them in there against the Thunder. Just a little more intriguing matchup.
I think so too.
Yeah.
If you told me it's going to be Cavs Thunder, I just don't think it's as exciting.
Yeah, it's kind of like last year with the Pacers, where I enjoyed. I did enjoy watching the Pacers against them, but I think the Knicks would be a little more fun.
Yeah. Maybe give them a little bit more trouble too.
Yeah.
So,
we'll see. I think if it was the Cavs, I may even be rooting for the Cavs if they end up getting there.
It'd be kind of fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I can root for New York in the finals.
I don't know. I do think there's a lot of pressure on them to get there. I think I've mentioned that before. But,
there is. Yeah. That city's.
We look at the series and it's like they should win it, and they've been right there time and time again. They need to win this series.
Yeah. I agree.
Must win series.
Must win, can't lose.
Must win or can't lose?
That's a must win.
I agree. All right, well then, let's go on to our 2 minutes in the box. Who are you going to put in the box this week?
Okay. Let me get to my notes here. I've got 2 minutes. I'm putting the NFL and the international games specifically in the box this week. So, schedule release came out last week. There are 9 international games this next season. They're going to be playing in 7 different countries, 4 different continents is what they'll be playing on. So they're all over the place. Furthest away is Melbourne, so that's where they're the first week 1, I guess.
The Niners and Melbourne is just insane.
Going all the way out there to play. You got games in London, Munich, Madrid, Rio de Janeiro, Paris, Mexico City. They're all over the place. The reason I guess I put them in the box is just like for the fan bases, like losing out on those home games. I was sitting in a seat from one of these home crowds that they love to see their fans. And these fans got to give that up for these things going overseas, and there's not, people from the States that are going to want to travel to Australia to watch these games. And
No. I think Europe is different, but like Australia, really?
it's crazy. Yeah. So I think the season ticket holders, they kind of get hosed on some of these things. Rivalries. I mean, yeah, you talk about the Niners and Rams, like a rivalry game, divisional game, and you're playing in Australia. Like it's just not the same, right?
Yeah.
And you're losing out on that home matchup to have a divisional game. So not a fan of all these things going over. And obviously you're traveling that far, you got to travel back. Like not only is that game going to be impacted with travel, and I guess the first one maybe not because they can get there earlier. But then you think about like the game after. I know they try and give them a week in between, but like, yeah, the Niners already have enough going on with their injuries and things happening to them.
It's crazy.
They don't need any other excuses to get people hurt being on airplanes, and so not a fan of the all these international games the NFL's doing.
All right, well, I'm going to talk about Brendan Sorsby here. He's going in my box this week. So he transferred from Cincinnati to Texas Tech to play quarterback this year, and then ended up, they uncovered a bunch of gambling stuff. He's been in treatment, whatever that means for gambling addiction. And this has been ongoing, but he just filed for an injunction today, I think, Monday. So the NCAA's statement is basically, well, actually, so it's all really confusing. Like I think there was like a hard 2-game suspension, but it sounds like he might be ineligible to play entirely, per some of the NCAA's gambling restrictions. And so now he's the latest to file an injunction with Texas, the state he's in, basically just to stall it out and allow him to play through the 2026 season.
Yeah.
So very similar to what Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss was doing. Different situations, obviously, but very similar here, where he's just trying to gain, any upper leg that he can and try and play, which is, it's insane, the world we're living in. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe you just don't gamble. So that's kind of my thought there.
Yeah.
If he's ineligible, it's his own fault. So
I agree. They're all told. I mean,
don't gamble.
They all know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make gambling very credible if you got guys that are
exactly
getting in there
in the game,
throwing it. Yeah. So.
Yep. Okay, down to our 2-minute drill. We got 2 questions today. So first, who has the loudest stadium atmosphere? I'm focusing in still on our stadiums and our stands and everything.
Yeah, I think so. I did look up like who actually has the official Guinness World Record for loudest outdoor stadium, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs, 142.2 decibels in 2014, is what they recorded. So that was kind of before even they were called good or like
good.
winning.
Yeah, would that have been 14 Alex Smith?
Might have been Alex Smith.
Yeah. Sure would have been right before.
Might have been right before him. I don't remember. It would have been right around that time.
Yeah.
But anyways, they've always had a loud stadium. But I was thinking those two kind of in like loudest that I've been in. And even like as a player, so throwback to 2002 when Purdue was playing Indiana. Now, everybody loves their Indiana Hoosiers now, thinks they're all great and everything. But the old Oaken Bucket game back in 2002, we beat Indiana. We had lost to them the year before, which was totally unacceptable. If you know anything about the series, Purdue actually leads the series 77-44. It's not even close. So we don't lose to these guys. And I think we'd beat them like 9 out of 10 years. And so that year prior being like the one loss. So we won that game. Buckets coming back to Purdue. Fans are going crazy, storming the field. I just remember being down there and like couldn't hear anything. Fans are like, again, rushing the field. So I'm like moving as a player, and my feet aren't even on the ground, but I'm like moving towards the middle, which is kind of scary. But it's also kind of awesome. It's like, man, this is incredible to be in. And so that to me is like, for me, an iconic moment, just kind of living through it. But loudest and just kind of whatever crazy environment to be in. That was probably the most memorable for me.
Yeah. I'll talk about Seattle. I've been to a Seahawks game, been there live, and it's loud.
I was
Like,
hoping
you
you
can't
would
hear
bring that up.
anything. Yeah. And, the 12s there, they're known for being pretty loud, and the stadium itself is actually designed so that the sound goes in towards the field. And there's players that talk about that, how the hard count and everything, like, it's so hard in there because they can't hear.
Yeah.
And so, basically the edges are designed so all that sound gets funneled back down towards the field, and it is like it's just so effective and so loud.
So where you were sitting down close?
I was pretty close, yeah.
Like a couple rows back, or where were you?
Yeah.
Midfield
rows,
or where?
Right around midfield.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was great, and it was loud. So just from that experience, that's what I'm going to go with here, because been there, and it was crazy. And it was a ton of fun.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. That would be, and I guess for you being that close would be even louder if all that sound is kind of funneling down towards
for sure,
towards the field.
Yeah, that's the design. Yeah. It was great. It was such a fun game too. It was Geno Smith's first game starting, and their opening game was Monday Night Football. The Broncos came back. It was Russell Wilson's first game in Seattle. Geno Smith, we thought the Seahawks were going to be awful.
Yeah,
the Seahawks ended up winning the game. Broncos had final play of the game. They attempted the 60-something yard field goal instead of trusting Russell Wilson to do something, and it was awesome.
Yep, missed the field goal right at the end. It didn't go overtime, right? It was just
regulation.
Yeah, regulation. Yeah, that's pretty iconic, man. That's cool.
Yeah,
Seattle's another one that's always on the list of
very passionate fans. Yeah,
it's cool.
All right, then what stadium would you most want to visit in its prime?
Yeah, so if I had to go back in history, there were two I was thinking about. Man, this is tough because it's tough to break down to one sport.
Mm-hmm.
I think seeing, well, we're talking about the NBA here and these rivalries, and I think back to the Boston Garden back in the '80s when you got Bird, Magic Johnson, Parrish, Kareem, all those guys playing in the Boston Garden, iconic court, the wood court that they've got there, and seeing those guys playing just would have been incredible. NBA Finals, everything on the line. That would have been probably the ones I would have gone back to. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Can't imagine.
I'm just going to call it Cleveland Municipal Stadium. I think I'd want to go there.
I feel like I'm already there.
Yeah, exactly. I think I got to go with that. We got to call them out one more time here. So.
Yeah. So when would you? What era would you go though? The Jim Brown? Would you do the?
Probably when the Browns were actually good. Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing Jim Brown, seeing those guys,
absolutely.
That'd be pretty incredible to watch that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
All right, then down to extra innings here finally. I actually forgot you had some of your
I'll flip back up.
Fan interactions. We were going to talk about it earlier with the seat, and I actually skipped over it. So
no,
sorry.
No, that's totally fine.
Yeah, so you want to explain what you've got here?
Yeah, so I guess I was just thinking about crazy fan interactions, or obviously we got this seat here. We're doing from the stands and all this stuff happening, but as a fan being in the stands, there's moments in sports history that just kind of stand out from fan interaction, or either fans doing stupid things or players interacting with fans, or just crazy stuff that happens. And so a couple I'll call out here. We're being Bears fans, Bears Packers, 1995. It was a Monday night game, September 11th, actually, 95. And there was a extra point that Kevin Butler from the Bears kicked, and a fan jumped out of his seat into the tunnel to catch the ball as it was coming down. He caught it and landed. I think he was only 10 feet up. It wasn't he was way above. I think he was 10 feet, but he perfectly timed the jump, came out, caught the ball, and then and landed with it. So that's kind of a fun, just iconic fans doing crazy things. But yeah, so that was back in the mid '90s. I think we talked about the dog pound for the Browns, throwing biscuits at the team. I think that's kind of a cool one too. Maybe someone's throwing biscuits at the team from this year's seat. Did you have any football ones? Did you? They scored?
I don't know.
All right, here we go. Back on our run. So yeah, tomorrow everyone will know they won.
Yep.
NBA wise, the Malice at the Palace is the big one. So Malice at the Palace, if you're not familiar, was the Pacers against the Pistons, and Ron Artest, kind of feisty guy for the Pacers. And it was fourth quarter. like less than a minute left. Yeah, 45 seconds left in the game. And the Pacers were up 97-82. Ben Wallace on the Pistons went for a layup, but was fouled by Artest. They went over to the side. Anyways, Artest was like lying down on the what do you call it? Like the where you check in and out or whatever, the table.
The table.
Whatever. And a fan threw like a cup or something at him, like full of, I don't know, if it was beer or if it was soda or whatever. But anyways,
Right.
hit him with a drink, and so our test just like popped up, charged into the stands to go after the guy, and several teammates followed, and it was like this huge brawl in the stands. So that, I think they suspended 9 players, including Artest and Wallace, for a total of 146 games. So it's total of everybody that was suspended, and then lost $11 million in salary. So that was kind of a big one, I think. That was a kind of chaotic fights. The other one I had from the NBA was Spike Lee and Reggie Miller. So Spike Lee would sit on the court at the Knicks games and just chirp at Reggie, and that became kind of iconic, kind of back and forth. Reggie Miller doing the choke sign for the Knicks. Just Reggie was great at pulling Spike in.
Right.
So that was a fun one.
Nice.
I won't do too many of these. We talked about the 10-cent beer night. We all know about Steve Bartman. We're not going to relive that one again.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey had kind of a fun one, though, I'll call out here. Ty Domi. So he fought a fan. He was in the penalty box, and he squirted water at a heckling fan, and the fan lunged towards the glass and broke the glass.
Oh, my gosh.
And just they wrestled through punches and whatever. And so Domi ended up getting fined $1,000 or whatever, but didn't get suspended.
Wow.
But that was kind of a crazy one. I think the other one I thought was cool. So hockey has, you know about the e-bug? You know what e-bug means? Emergency backup goalie.
Oh, I actually do know
e-bug?
about this. Yeah.
So I think about that, like from the stands, like you legit can get a player like from the stands, right? The emergency backup goalie. So yeah, so like they have every one of these games has like an emergency backup goalie, somebody that's like there on call basically. Like if they need him as an emergency, they can pull this guy out and play him. So there's been a few of them. There was a 42-year-old Zamboni driver, David Ayers, 2020. Who stepped in for the Carolina Hurricanes, got a 6-3 victory against the Maple Leafs that year. Scott Foster, that was a big one. The guy from the Chicago, the Blackhawks, in 2018. He had 7 saves in 14 minutes, where he came into the game. And then there's another one just a few years ago, April 2022. Thomas Hodges came in the third period for the Ducks against the Stars and got a save in that one as well. So I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
These guys get like called out to just come in and
that's awesome.
Play goalie for a little bit. But those were a couple I was thinking about, like, hey, what are some like iconic from the stands, people coming in, hopefully making a big impact, like an emergency backup goalie, and not, fighting somebody like Malice at the Palace. Or doing something cool like a guy jumping out of the stands catching a football for the Bears. Those are some fun ones.
Yeah, no, those were fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
10-cent beer night is always a fun one.
Yes, that's funny.
Cleveland, our buddies in Cleveland.
That's right. All right, well, thank you. Then I'll talk about the NFL schedule release. It actually came out, I think, the day we recorded our last episode, so we hadn't really looked at it yet.
Yeah, we hadn't. Yep.
So I'll talk about it a little bit here. So I'm most excited for the Thanksgiving, kind of the whole slate. So Wednesday night, Packers at Rams. They added that Wednesday night game, so that'll be an awesome game. 7 Central, I think. So nice, sit down with the family, watch that game, and then on Thanksgiving, Bears at Lions, Eagles at Cowboys, Chiefs at Bills. So 3 games that should be awesome. And then Broncos at Steelers is that Friday, where should still be a decent game, maybe a game that I'm okay missing, which is just fine if there's somewhere else I'd rather be. Nebraska will have a game that day.
Yep.
But that should still be a solid game too. And then actually the Packers play at the Bears on Christmas, 12 Central also. So that's one where it's do I need football on Christmas? But it is at noon. It's a perfect time where I think you've done some of the gifts, you've had breakfast, you've hung out with everybody. Now you're settling down. and Packers and Bears. So
What day is that? Thursday? Is Christmas
I
this
don't
year?
know.
I'll have to look that up. Yeah.
So it could be a really great Christmas, or it could not be. We'll see.
So the Bears are going to have a Thanksgiving, and a Christmas. Yeah, so both big holidays, which, like you said, could be really good,
or it could be really
or
bad.
It could be really bad. Yeah,
we'll see.
Yep. Wait, what did I tell you before about November, man? It's best.
Was that your best month?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I had it up there. I shouldn't have it won.
It's the best. That week, are you kidding me, man? We're going to have college basketball going.
April.
We're going to have, we just passed April, and it was fine. It wasn't not as good as November.
Sabres
Look at the lineup you got for games.
I think. There's some
they're talking about it.
All right, we'll see.
Christmas is a Friday, so even better.
Oh, so there's going to be Thursday night football, too, the night before?
Yeah. There's going to be a Thursday night game, Friday, Christmas. They won't. Will we have?
There will probably be Saturday games, too.
I was going to say, will there be Saturday?
I bet there will be, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be
4
great.
days of football in a row. Nice.
Can't wait for football.
All right, and then I was actually looking at some of the over-unders of win totals, too. So I just pulled my favorite ones. So my favorite under is the Cardinals. Their over-unders are 4.5 right now on FanDuel.
4.5.
4.5. They're underdogs in every single game.
So
to open the season. So I don't see them winning 5 games.
And Jacoby Brissett's holding out still?
I guess. Yeah, that's a kind of funny story where, like, I guess he thinks he's worth more. So he's holding out. I think he's 34 or something. He's old.
What a world we live in that Jacoby Brissett is holding out.
So, like, if Carson Beck ends up starting, run. They're not winning a game. If Jacoby Brissett does, all right, maybe they win a game or two, but I'm guessing people have kind of figured him out by now because I saw him in that offense last year.
Yeah,
he's the perfect tank guy. We're like, he'll probably keep him in it. He'll score some points, but they're not going to win any games.
That's going to be. I think they're trying to tank.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Like taking Jeremiah Love as high as they did, I said, like, it worked out for the Raiders last year. They got the number 1 overall pick.
Yep. Which I think is exactly what the Cardinals are trying to do. Like, hey, this season, 4.5 wins. I mean, hammer the under, and then they're going to be, right up there for the number 1 pick next year. You've got a pretty good group of quarterbacks coming out next year. That, they'll have their pick for who they want there.
And then my favorite over is Saints over 7.5 wins is what they're opening at, which I think is pretty low. Just looking at their schedule, they play, let me think, the second place schedule, right?
Were they second?
They were either second or third, so it's not a first place. The Panthers won that division last year at 8 and 9.
Yeah.
So
that's
the Saints
are a team. Would the Bucs have been 2?
Oh, the Bucs would have been 2. Yes, the Saints play a third place schedule.
Third place,
They've improved. I like what they're doing under Kellen Moore. They looked good at the end of last season when Shuck went in.
Yeah.
And that's a team where, like, I think they could even win the South, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
If they put everything together, and you got to have at least 8 wins to do that, I think.
I like Shuck. Yeah, I do like Shuck. I think he's...
I like the over.
Yeah, it's a good solid pick.
Yeah.
I think the Bears got some tough games. I mean, I think
their
about
schedule's tough. Team. I mean, it's a first place schedule.
And I think there are a lot of primetime games.
Lots. Yeah.
The spotlight's going to be on them, so they're going to have to perform. That's going to be a tough division again. I mean, that's
absolutely.
Yeah, the NFC North's not.
I think the Vikings are going to be better.
Yeah,
Lions if their offensive line together. I don't know.
Yeah. So I talked about the Patriots last week. Hammer the under on those guys. I still.
Yeah, I don't remember what we talked about. It was, but
it's at least 8.5 or
9.5,
something like that. And I know they've got the Dolphins and the Jets. You know, they'll play multiple times, but like, I feel like the Jets and the Dolphins can be sneaky. Like, win at least one of us. Split that series with them. Yeah, split that with them. I think they have trouble going down and playing in Miami. And then the Jets, you know, they made some good moves in the draft. I think they've got some, you know, a decent shot at least taking one of those from the Patriots. And then depending on what happens with the Vrabel situation, like that team could just be a mess this year.
Could be, yeah.
So I'm hammering the under.
It's actually a good point too with the Cardinals. They play in the NFC West, and that is probably 6 losses right there. That's also why I like the under.
Yeah, good point.
And then PGA Championship.
Yeah. So this guy, I don't even know who going into the weekend. Aaron, is it Rye?
Rye.
Yeah. So English player, He ends up winning the championship. So 9 under, 3 strokes ahead of John Rahm, who came in second, along with who's Smalley, Alex Smalley.
Yep.
So yeah, I didn't have him on my bingo
No,
card.
definitely not. So he was 290 to 1 to win the PGA Championship. So there, ESPN actually posted a thing today with like things more likely to happen, and I think I don't even know. Like the Dolphins to win the Super Bowl this year is 300 to 1.
I almost just said,
Like,
was it like one of the Jets to win the Super Bowl or something? Yeah.
That's how crazy it is that he won. It'd be like the
That's
Dolphins
wild.
winning the Super Bowl. It's pretty close to that.
That's pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
So good for him. Yeah.
Great for him. He wears his 2 gloves. You see him playing?
No.
No. Okay, so he wears 2 black gloves when he plays.
Really?
Apparently, so he grew up. He's English. With not a whole lot of money, and so it was cold out. He'd wear 2 gloves. Always kept his hands warm, I think was the story. And then his dad would clean his clubs after every round. He just like took really good care of them because it wasn't something they could really afford.
Yeah.
But they had him anyway, didn't have a lot of money. So he actually has club covers on his clubs, on all his irons and everything.
That's crazy.
Even though like, he's getting clubs sent to him for free, like, but whatever. But he's like, this is where I came from, and I want to honor that. I want to continue to take care of my clubs.
That's
the
cool.
Same way I always have. So yeah,
I
want to start looking into the stories. He's kind of an interesting guy. Again, never heard of him.
No,
I'd hear from him again. But yeah,
never heard of the guy. But good for him for going out and winning it.
Yeah,
a major. Winning that championship is huge. I can't imagine. I don't know what the payout. 3.69 million.
Wow.
It's almost $4 million.
Pretty
is
good
what
weekend.
He just won. Pretty good weekend. 4 days of work. He did a nice job. So that's cool. I like that story too.
No, that is awesome. Yeah, he has some fun stories.
That's cool.
All right. Well, I think that's about all we got.
Yeah.
Anything else extra innings?
No, I don't have anything. Thanks again to John for the appearance today.
Yeah.
That was great. And Hans, thanks again, man. This is a great little seat we got here.
Absolutely.
And
it's a fun episode. Yeah.
Great. It was a great episode. Hope you guys enjoy it.
Yes. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this drive on First and 4. If you liked today's conversation, make sure to follow, rate, and share the show. We'll be back next time breaking down the biggest stories and our generational opinions from the 4 major sports. Until then, we'll see you in the next drive.
First and 4.